We're standing by with Craig White, and after a fight, tough fight. You lost, but it was a good fight on your part. Still, right?
I'm quite pissed off myself, to be honest. Obviously, I know Oskar's a really good grappler. I decided that it'd be a good thing to try and take him down and grapple him. Apparently didn't work out very well. So in hindsight, I don't really know why I took him down. It's just a habit from the gym. I don't remember engaging, taking his back, taking him down. So it's just kind of bad luck and can't be helped. But Oscar's a great fighter. He's going to go a long way. He's got great grappling experience. As you can tell from when he's getting it called out, all the championships he won, ADCC and stuff. It's great to be in the cage with him and have grappled him. So really enjoyed it.
And was that your original game plan to do it, or it just came to you in the moment?
Original game plan was to strike him. As you see from the start, I'm standing off. Like I quite like to counter fight, so I'd stand off, wait for him to come in. Like he caught me with a hook. Honestly, I didn't think there was much in it, so I was like, I'm quite happy here. Then it's when I've pushed him back and engaged. So I broke my game plan that I had, and stubbornness went in. I was on the ground. I was like, I'm just going to wait it out, try wait for a gap. The minute there was a gap, he switched his hips and had the dance on straight away.
Do you feel that because it ended in a submission? Did you feel that there was a way out, or did you feel completely, that was it?
When he first had it on, obviously he kind of had the positioning for it, and I held on for a bit. I didn't really do much because I was waiting for that space. So I said I like to counter fight on the ground. I stood up, so I was like, right, I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to stand up at this point. I'm going to try reverse it at this point. And in honesty, by the time I'd done it, and there was a gap, it was too late. It was nice and tight. He had the space he needed. Didn't leave any gaps at all. And just got me in the dance properly, and it was on nice and deep. Like I had a few seconds, but same with any blood choke, 6 to 8 seconds. Then it was on a lot quicker than that. It was nice and tight.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of different opinions about being the foreign fighter. Did you somehow feel? Did you feel worse or better being the away fighter? Not having the crowd on your side.
I honestly love going away fights and upsetting the crowd. It doesn't always work out, as it hasn't, but I just love the atmosphere. I love getting booed. I don't like my home fighters booing other people, but I love it. I love the sport. People cheering for me or booing me. It's an entertainment business. We're here to entertain, whether the fight lasts a minute and a half like it did, I think, or the full 15 minutes. As long as the crowd are happy, we're excited, then job's done.
And so you do react somehow. It does help you, or throw you off your game. It's because there are some fighters who like turn off totally. Like they are just them and their opponent without the crowd.
It doesn't really put me off my game. I just like coming away. I love fighting, whether it's at home or away. I'm saying just get the crowd on my side or against me, cheering. I just thrive off that. I like keeping people happy in the sport. Whether they like me, whether they don't like me, whether they want me to win or not. It's trying to promote the sport itself, trying to make it bigger. More people that come in, whether they like it or not, this will pay for a ticket, they're still helping it grow. So, like I said, the job's done, that's what we're here for.
And as you said, you've got this entertainer thing going on, even with your theme music, which I absolutely love. Hooked on this feeling, Uga Chaka, it's a great thing. And is it just for you to get pumped to the crowd, or you have this, or is that a psychological game? Throw your opponent off, he's going to go with. Well, you're going with this super funny song.
I don't know really. Like my theme music changes every time. Like I've had Play That Funky Music White Boy before. My last fight I had All Star Smash Mouth.
But they're all kind of
yeah. My first few fights I had all the Rage Against the Machine, some dubstep stuff which will get me pumped up and also the crowd. Mm-hmm. But as I've learned, it's I listen to different music. Like when I was warming up, I was listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, which is where I got hooked on a feeling from.
Obviously. Uh-huh.
And then I was torn between, I wanted to use that one, now I'll use this one. So it's more for me what I'm listening to at the time. And I change it, and the last week before I come out it's change, whereas this time I had to send it off so I can change it. So
you're still very young, but you're already an accomplished fighter. What's next for you? What does the future hold for you?
Well, this puts me back a little bit because I was on a 3-fight win streak. I had a boxing fight in between fights, so technically I was on 4, but it doesn't count for MMA. It just depends what cage warriors are for me next. I'm signed to them. I've been out of the game since June because of fights falling through, like in Dublin. Unfortunately, cage warriors didn't have a New Year show this year, which I was hoping for. And I got offered other fights with them, and I held off because I wanted to go to Dublin for New Year. I promised a girlfriend we would, and she was pissed off with me because we didn't. Women like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully.
What are you going to do?
I'm actually hoping to get away with cage warriors again to Jordan. Jordan crowd are amazing. MMA over there to them is like football is in the UK. Mm-hmm. like they just love it. After my fight there, I had people grab me for photos. I didn't get left alone. You have public weigh-ins there. It's a great promotion to be part of, and anyone who's like aspiring to do something. Obviously, you've got the UFC as the top aspiration, but I would definitely say Cage Warriors is below it with how they treat you. Just the staff themselves, like Graham Boyle and Ian Dean. Never met two people who, when I first fought for them like 3.5 years ago, never been made to feel as welcome on a show as they've then. The show, like Time and Masters, Bartek has been more than welcoming. We've had people constantly helping us. We're in a great hotel. It's a great show, like a great night of fights. Not many shows for one of their first few shows can put on a strong 10 strong fight card, especially with the majority of it being pro MMA, so it's really great for the sport. In Poland you can tell that the standard and the crowd are behind it a lot more than we've got in the UK, which is a shame. It's just great.
What do you think about the fight cards? Do you prefer them to be one discipline or category only, like K1 or just MMA, or do you think that it's okay to combine them and have different fights?
It depends really. Like for a fighter, you want MMA fights because kickboxing fights, K1 boxing, they're like some of them are 5-10 minute rounds, and you've got like a minute break, so it's like you've still got as long a fight as MMA. But you can go on.
Which do you prefer, by the way?
What style or?
Yeah, which yeah. Mm-hmm.
What, have kickboxing, boxing or mixed martial arts included? Mixed martial arts. Like, I'd happily watch kickboxing, but when I'm fighting, you just want MMA, you just want to go, right, you've got a 15-minute max fight, or if you're doing unified amateur rules, 9 minutes, so like 9, 15, like that. When it comes into K1 and kickboxing, it can be a bit longer. It's a bit more drawn out, but from a crowd perspective, and if you're watching it, you want to see the stand-up fights, because when it goes to the ground, general public don't necessarily understand it. So there might be people in the crowd there who, if they've just come for the first time, might have thought I've just got cuddled by Oscar and tapped out to that. So they might not be too clued up on what's happened, but when they sit up, everyone knows what punch you're kicking in the nail bar. So.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.